Well, hello. Today's movie is the third in the Star Trek movie series, Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock. The Enterprise returns to Earth after their battle with Khan. Only Dr. McCoy is acting very strangely. A Federation science vessel is investigating the planet Genesis planet and detects a life form. Savik and Marcus beam down to investigate. Spock's father confronts Kirk about leaving Spock's body behind. They must bring the body and McCoy back to Vulcan, or he will die from carrying Spock's katra. Kirk and the crew hijack the Enterprise to go to Genesis to retrieve Spock's body. Savik and Marcus find a young Vulcan on the planet, who is Spock resurrected by the Genesis device. The science vessel is then destroyed by the Klingon bird of prey, and Savik and Marcus are captured. The Enterprise arrives and is ambushed by the Klingons and disabled. Then they are forced to abandon the Enterprise and kill most of the Klingons who board it as it self-destructs. Kirk lures Krug to the surface and they battle as the planet disintegrates. Kirk wins and with his crew take the captured Klingon vessel. Spock is brought back to Vulcan and his katra is transferred and he is back among the crew. Well, happy Easter, everybody. Today we're actually going to do a movie about a resurrection. I didn't really plan that, it just seemed to happen. And of course that resurrection would be Mr. Spock from Star Trek. So this movie was the third in the series. After the great success of the Wrath of Khan, they had no trouble getting another movie made. And also they decided that they wanted to bring back Spock because he was a very popular character. Now Spock, Leonard Nimoy didn't really want to do the character anymore, which is why they kind of wrote in a very touching death scene for him in the last movie. But when you can offer the guy a dump truck full of money, plus a chance to direct the next movie, well, yeah, he'll come back for Spock again. And that's what he did. And he directed this movie too. And it was obviously a big success. It made on a $16 million budget, it made $87 million. And I remember, this is one of the 3 movies that I actually saw in theaters back when I was kind of a teenager. My dad, for some reason, this one summer decided, we ought to just go to the movies or something. And, and this is one of the movies, and I enjoyed it very much. And, it's obviously about resurrecting Spock. And so, you get this cool little story. Now, and they couldn't get Christy Alley back, so they got, a Robin Curtis to take the part of Savik. And they also had Christopher Lloyd as the main Klingon villain. You kind of forget that because of his Doc Brown and, Taxi days. He's kind of remembered for a comedy, but he is also a very serious actor who could do drama. And he did really well on this. And John Larroquette was also his Klingon second in command. And they're like the little funny scene, I remember. It got a lot of laughs in the theater where, and then he was captured. He said, well, I deserve to die. And said, okay. Kirk said, okay, I'll kill you. And then, later he brings that up again. You were going to kill me. And said, I lied. That was funny. It was also shocking that they killed his son. very in a very brutal and quick way, which, there's a spoiler, but I was kind of shocked by that because, I wasn't expecting something like that. Now this movie, there's kind of the odd number curse or something where only even movies are good. This is obviously an odd numbered movie. But I don't really think anyone has any complaints about this movie. I mean, it got good reviews at the time, and, I think in a lot of ways it might be somewhat of a forgotten movie because, when it was just sandwiched between these two really excellent movies, The Wrath of Khan and The Voyage Home. And it's kind of like the second part of this trilogy that they had. But it's, it's a very sound movie. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a, pretty good movie. If, you like Star Trek and that, I think you'll love this movie. It's very enjoyable. And if you stuck with me this long, I thank you. You're a unique individual, and have a happy Easter.